Hi, this is just a quick video on doing the diff covers. I'm doing Yukon diff covers. I'll get down and give you a better view in a sec. And just a few of the things, it falls into that category, this video, of the ones where, you know, you go through YouTube, you look at your different, they give you advice in terms of the different, and I just found they were not, there was just stuff they really missed here that would have made, some of it was actually wrong, but other things that were just misleading and made life a lot harder. I've done the rear diff cover. I'm coming in to do the front diff cover. They're both Yukons that I picked up. So one of the things that I just want, and this is just a 2012 Rubicon that I've picked up used, and I'm stock, and I'm trying to get it ready to go off-road. Let me add a little light here. You can see, here's the Yukon diff cover. I've got it on because I want to make sure that what I was talking about actually worked before I made this video. So the one thing I would say that I learned the hard way from doing the rear one is get rid of the track bar. Just take it off for now. It's, I mean, I'll let you know in a little follow-up if it turns out to be a real bear to get back on, but it's 2 bolts. Torque settings are in the book and, you know, that kind of thing. The one thing I'd also say that some of the other ones is really follow the directions on the, I'm using what is it, Permatech. I'm using the gasket, the black, because it's better for petroleum products, if you're trying to keep in petroleum products. And don't do what the videos tell you, do what the thing says there. You're supposed to set these up, you're supposed to get these bolts in, let them cure for an hour before you torque them down. Then torque them down, wait 24 hours. Now the main things, like I said, the one thing that I really felt misled by some of the other videos was just get the track bar. Some of the guys who have made these videos, like they have very extensive after big lifts, other things like that. So some of this sort of tie rods and track bars and stuff, they're not in the way as much as they are in a stock. The track bar is out right now. It's the one that comes, it has a curve in it. And still, this is still pretty tight in here with the tie rods and stuff to be able to get in here. So don't make your life any more difficult than it is. The other thing that they said was they would have you come in and do this. This is fairly heavy, you know, to do one-handed, left-handed while you're trying to set up a bolt and things like that. As you can see, it goes well up into the areas here. It's a hard kind of reach to get up there and start these bolts. Good bolts. Certainly the Yukon one is just fine. No complaints about the product. But they would kind of put them up with one hand and then start them over here. That was bullshit. That just didn't work. The skid plate, you know, the plate, excuse me, the diff cover is sliding around. You're getting gasket maker all over the world, all over the place and things like that. Big pain in the ass. So what I would recommend, the other thing that I did, being smarter the second time, was I came in here and I marked. I don't think you can still see them because I've cleaned this up a little bit. But just come in at before the cover goes on and take like a gray Sharpie or something like that. And just do yourself a favor and mark where these first 3 or so bottom ones are located. So that when you come in and you're trying to hold it with one hand and start these bolts with the other, you don't have to guess as to where those holes are. That really just made it much, much easier. And then don't try and get it at the top first. Just get the easy ones in. They'll then position you, make sure you're not cocked in any sort of funny way. And then you can come back. Yes, is it probably a little more weight on these? But, you know, we're talking minutes until you get these other ones in and go all the way around. But you can see how little clearance you have here. Especially when you come back, you know you're not going to actually be able to get a torque wrench in there. You're going to have to just do the ones you can torquing and then come in and do it, you know, by feel to get these top ones up here that are just well up in there. And, you know, it's a knuckle buster. You don't want to do that. The other thing, one other tip I learned the hard way here was when you get up in there, you really have no space. And so it's an Allen, 1/4 inch, I believe. But, you know, you'll certainly see it on the package and stuff like that. And so I just took my regular Allen out of my Harbor Freight thing, and but you have to cut it. You have a little bandsaw, and I just cut it back, because what you're doing is you're getting into such tight spots up here, not so much down here, but you can see where you're having to knuckle bust up in there, and you need some way to get your actual minimal clearance so you can get up into those very tight plazas. So that's all I really had. Just cut back the Allen wrench, mark these holes so you know where you're going, start the bottom ones first, and just make your life easier, and get rid of the track bar. Just, I'm putting it back in, but I mean, don't try and wriggle around that. You're just going to get gasket maker all over the place and over yourself, and it's going to be miserable. Anyway, hope this helped. Take care.